cannot stress enough that doing exercises is really nice, but playing actual songs, it's what really gonna help you like put in practice everything that you're doing. Like there's a woo. This, I mean, those exercises are fun and everything, but I try to, like, I don't know, that's me and my personal journey. I thought it was going to be 365 days of evolving here, but like if you watch my first 2 weeks, I'm picking like this with my hand, and it was really uncomfortable. So as I was progressing with the speed, I try to focus on my wrist, which is this movement here. But doing this means that there were a lot of things that I was comfortable with doing, especially like those micro movements here that I'm not as comfortable doing now, but I don't have pain in my shoulders anymore. So like this tremolo picking right now, it's fairly like minimal, the movement that I'm doing. But I still have like, it's challenging for me to work on a lot of exercises like this thing here. It's getting better, but it's still challenging. Like those micro movements here, like this one here. You see that if I change if I do the wrong movement, which is I'm moving my whole arm, and like the whole wrong thing here is that I'm doing this, right? So I'm using this, and there's no problem. I've seen a lot of people picking, like using this, like putting this, resting those fingers here, but they're still able to like to palm mute. Like this movement, I can't, because as soon as I do this, I start moving. You can see the movement. It's in my whole arm. It's not my wrist. It's not this. I can't. So I have to change the way that I pick to adapt to my, I don't know, my body to the guitars, and it's been great. Sometimes it's really frustrating because all I see is that I was playing something at 16th notes on 120 BPMs, and now I'm playing 100. Like this whole exercise, like so it's still not very good. It's still not good. But I'm trying to focus on my right hand, and like that's the whole goal of this 360 days. So it's been great, and it's pain free now. Like my shoulders don't hurt, because before I was doing. And basically I was tensioning my whole arm. Now I'm trying to keep it as simple as my wrist, like. But you see, this one was really good, but some of them are not. It's getting better. So, and the tale is that I couldn't do this before. at this speed, right? With my old technique. So I was very precise, but as I was moving my whole arm to do the thing, you see? It was really hard to move through the strings, and now it's easier. Still not like really good, but it's something you feel. It's crazy because I really thought I wasn't physically capable of doing these movements, but I think it's just programming my brain to actually do this. And it's still hard. It's still something that I have to think of most of the times, and that's why this exercise is so hard for me. Show you the difference between. So what's the name of these Paul Gilbert sequences? No, I don't think so. It is called picking speed, string skipping. No, picking speed exercise. This one. So this, this was really hard for me. It's still hard, these exercises that I have to like really stress this movement here. Still really hard, but to be honest, like I know everybody has their own like picking technique, the way that they hold the pick and everything else, but the cleanest people that I've seen playing, they are doing minimal movements here. Like you see Eric Johnson, like he has this way of holding the pick like this, but he's playing so tightly close to the string that that's the point that I wanna achieve, right? So like string skipping is still very hard for me. But I think it's about training and practicing. You see, it's getting better. If I watch my first video doing, I have a limit if I do this. If I do this, my limit is way more my left hand than my right hand. So it's way more my left hand that is not being able to move together. See, this one is harder. Yesterday I played a whole like 50 minutes of. I was playing before I started recording. I recorded 50 minutes of myself doing. Those movements are hard for me. You see, there are specific parts that are hard, like. So, stretching a little bit, always. I'm trying to stretch more, like even if I'm not playing, because I tense up those muscles so much. But just wanted to do this more like vlog type, because in the beginning I used to talk more, and then it just became something more robotic, and I wanted to. You see, it's getting there. It's improving. Even if it's cleaner, like the way that I check if the thing is actually working, because of course I'm using the quad cortex with a lot of delay, a lot of reverb, and sometimes like it masquerades a little bit your sound. But the way that I validate is that so if I'm playing here and it sounds great, if with the volume like on like 0, it means that I'm actually getting it, right? So that was bad, that was good. You see, that was good. I mean, not perfect, but for me, I see that as an achievement. You see, I see that as an achievement. So this one. A hell of an exercise as well, that is very hard. So I'm trying to play more songs. I'm playing like the guitar all the time. Things that I'm really comfortable with are playing with my fingers, like yeah, bless me. But anyways, so that's kind of an update on how I'm doing this, how I'm seeing this. So sorry. If there's any one of you like really watching this and it's hard really watching this and seeing like, oh, things, the actual songs are not evolving in speed, so on and so forth. Sorry, it's definitely because I'm trying to focus on my right hand, and I've had some guitar professors, sorry again, across my journey. For who doesn't know, I started playing acoustic when I was woo, when I was 8 years old or 9, I don't know, I grew up playing an acoustic guitar. And I am from Brazil, and I grew up playing music with friends in Brazil. I had a band when I was younger. I played in bars. Where I played a lot of pop songs, Brazilian pop songs and American pop songs and English pop songs. And then I moved to Argentina for work, and then I moved to Denmark. And in Denmark, I actually bought what was gonna be my first electric guitar. The problem with that is that I played the electric guitar as an acoustic guitar. So it was just like an acoustic with some special effects for me. I never saw it as like an electric guitar, and it's a different instrument, right? So when I moved to Canada, I'm in Canada now. When I moved to Canada, I had a business trip to Ottawa, and I went to a guitar shop there, and I bought my first electric guitar in Canada, right? And the owner of the company that I used to work with, he's still a good friend of mine. He's a guitar player, and he started showing me a couple tricks, a couple things, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So I started taking classes with a guy that is still a really good friend of mine. And I started playing like the pentatonics, and boy, I studied the pentatonics like crazy. Like, I don't know how many hours a day, but I used to wake up at 6 a.m. I would play the pentatonics until 9 a.m. and then I would like study, and then at some point I was playing like 16th notes at 140 BPM pentatonics. And when I started like revisiting these things here, like pentatonic, like patterns, and now that I changed my picking technique, like I really downgraded on my pentatonics. And what keeps me trying every day is that I know that I started picking like a motherfucker. Like, I used to move my fingers a lot and my hand was not there. It was not optimal at all. I was like, instead of now, right? So what keeps me moving is that I went from nothing. I was playing like at 60 BPM, like one note. I was playing until I go. And then all those patterns. I played all those patterns for like a year or more every day, and then I got like really good at the pentatonics. Like, if I'm improvising today, I know my pentatonics. Like, if I am, like, for example, like backing track, like whatever, I'm just gonna pick any backing track here. So C minor, which is not really. Oh, this guitar is half stepped down, so it's gonna be C sharp minor. So I'm pretty comfortable with the pentatonics. I'm not saying that was like wow of a solo, but I I know a couple of things about the pentatonics. That's a lick that I wanna learn from. That's from Al Joseph. It's so it's a pentatonic lick. So it's B minor. In this case, it's B flat minor because I'm half step down, but it does position 5 of the pentatonics, and then combine 2 positions together, 5 and 1, and then repeat. But he does that in a speed that it's just impressive. So it's like, I don't know, 120, which is might not be super fast, but it's fast for me. 3, 4. Well, I managed to do it, so. Well, it's definitely not clean, but I wanted to do the right, you know. That's how's it? That's we're on day 63, which is, I don't even know what's the percentage. So how much 63 is 365. Yeah, Google doesn't know how to answer this, but ChatGPT probably does. So percentage 365. I don't want to find 63% of 635, but oh, and I said 635, so I want to know. So that is that right? That's right. That's 17. That's 17.26. We're not even in 20% of the whole goal. And look how much better it is. And I know some exercises are harder and it's taking me longer, and they are more challenging because I changed my picking head. But some are more challenging, but overall, in just remembering that what I'm doing here are exercises, and they are boring as fuck sometimes. They are frustrating as hell, but I need to remember myself and whoever is watching that this is just a tool that I'm making better. I'm using to make myself better, to continue playing things that I love, right? I am not gonna play. I'm not gonna go on the stage and play. But I want to know how to do that, because if I need to play a really fast chromatic, something like this, right? I want to be able to do it, and we'll do it. So I need to remind myself of that, because sometimes I'm just frustrated. Sometimes I leave this room and I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it anymore. It's getting harder, but it's only getting better. And today's one of those good days, you know. And I have a lot of good days, but the bad days are bad. So, and it's frustrating when you're in a bad day to sit here and play and realize that things that you're studying are not evolving, and I don't know, but you know, I always say that doing this is gonna be better than not doing anything. If I'm frustrated to a point that I stop playing, there's no way that I'm gonna get better. And if I'm playing, even if I don't see the evolution every day, and even if I cannot increase the BPMs every day or every 2 weeks, whatever, it's still better than not doing anything, right? So myself sitting here and sucking at an exercise is better than not sitting here and not sucking at the exercise, because I'm not practicing if I'm not sucking. And even if I'm sucking, there's stuff that I can watch that is like, oh, my hand movement is horrible, I need to change that. Like, I need to unlock my wrist a little bit more. You see? And I'm watching myself, I'm right here, like, here. I'm seeing myself in front of a big screen, so I can get a sense, like, when I'm playing, if I'm doing this, it's because I'm watching my right hand, and I'm trying to see what I'm doing with my right hand. So some exercises are really hard for me now. You see, I used to do this in the pentatonics. That was just like, it was like the easiest thing for me. And now I can't, because I change my movement, so my brain thinks that there is a string here in between these two strings. There isn't. So I need to relearn a lot of those things. But it is okay. It is okay. That's my message. Even if you're trying and sucking, that was horrible, but even if you're trying and failing, it's better than not trying, because at least you're trying and it's gonna be better. Like, if you're really bad at doing this movement, but you're still doing it, your brain at some point will start recognizing this as something that is natural for you. So I can tell you, because it's been 20 days that I changed, or 30 days, I don't know, that I changed my technique, and I didn't have that. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this. It's still like not optimal, and it's harder on the lower strings. But you see, I can do it now. And I'm proud of it, and I like it. So I can see, I can't wait to see the day that I'm gonna be able to do this one with no like hesitation, or like now I have to think a lot and try to control my hand like it's getting there. So that's my message today. Sorry I didn't play a lot, but I wanted to give an update on how things are going. And that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.